Welcome to The Explainer, where we take big, powerful ideas and, well, we explain them. Today, we are diving headfirst into a book that basically throws a wrench into the most famous piece of career advice on the planet, Cal Newport's So Good They Can't Ignore You.
You've heard this a million times, right? It's from Steve Jobs' famous Stanford speech. It's on posters, it's in graduation cards. It's become the absolute gospel of how to pick a career. Follow your passion, period.
But what if that celebrated mantra is not just wrong, but like actively dangerous for your career? And what if the very man who gave the advice never even followed it himself? Okay, let's really get into this.
So first, we have to talk about what Newport calls the passion hypothesis, and really question the very foundation of all that career advice we've been fed. Let's go back to Steve Jobs for a second. Before Apple, you'd think he was this huge tech geek, just super passionate about computers, right? Well, not so much. The guy was all over the place. He was studying dance, living on a commune, practicing at a Zen center. He only took a job at Atari to make some quick cash. An Apple computer, the company that changed the world, it started as a little side hustle, a small-time scheme to make a quick buck that just, happened to explode.
So this is the big idea our culture sells us, right? That deep down inside, we all have this one true calling, this pre-existing passion, and our whole job in life is to go out and find it, and then find a job that matches it perfectly. But, when you actually look at the data, that whole story just kind of falls apart. In one study, they looked at university students, and 84% of them had a passion they could name. Sounds great. Except, when they dug a little deeper, almost all of those passions were for things like hockey or dance or reading, hobbies. Less than 4%, had passions that had anything to do with a potential career. So for most of us, there's just no passion to follow in the first place.
Which leads to a really important question, doesn't it? If follow your passion is basically a busted compass, then what's the right map? What are we supposed to do instead?
So what is the alternative? Well, let's explore a completely new way of thinking about work, one that's built on a totally different and honestly way more powerful piece of advice.
And this advice, it doesn't come from a tech billionaire. It comes from a comedian. Seriously, Steve Martin. When people asked him for the secret to success, this was his answer. It's so simple, and it completely shifts the focus away from you and onto the quality of what you do.
Newport calls this the craftsman mindset, and it's a total game changer. It's not about finding the right job, it's about working right. It's all about focusing relentlessly on becoming exceptional, on creating real, undeniable value.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The passion mindset has you constantly asking these huge, unanswerable questions like, is this my true calling? Am I happy? It just leads to endless confusion. But the craftsman mindset, it has you asking questions you can actually answer. Am I getting better at this? Am I producing something valuable? And the answers to those questions, well, they give you clarity. They give you control. And look, this whole craftsman thing isn't just some feel-good philosophy. It's a hardcore strategy. It's how you generate the real currency you need to build a career and a life that you actually love.
Newport calls this currency career capital, and it's a brilliant way to think about it. Imagine the best jobs out there, the ones with tons of autonomy, creativity, real impact. Those jobs are rare and they're valuable, and you can't just walk in and take one. You have to buy it, and the currency you use is your own set of rare and valuable skills. That's your career capital.
Okay, so let's see how this plays out in the real world. Meet Lisa Foyer. At 38, she was feeling unfulfilled in her advertising job. So she did what we're all told to do. She followed a new passion for yoga, took a 200-hour course, and started her own business. Classic passion mindset.
Now consider Joe Duffy. Same industry, advertising. Same feeling of being stuck. But his move? Totally different. Instead of quitting, he became a craftsman. He doubled down, honed his skills, and became one of the absolute best logo designers in the world. Then he used that skill to systematically get more and more control over his own career.
And when you put them side by side, the difference is just wow, it's night and day. Lisa threw away all her career capital to start from scratch. Joe invested his, building it up over decades until he was an absolute titan in his field. And the outcomes? They couldn't be more different. Lisa's business struggled, and she ended up on food stamps. Joe, around that same time in his life, bought a 100-acre weekend retreat. The approach you take? It has life-altering consequences. It matters. A lot.
All right, this all sounds amazing, but how do you actually do it? How do you become a craftsman in a world that's screaming at you to just be passionate?
And here's the secret. It's not about grinding out more hours. It's not just about working hard. Nope. It's about a very specific type of work. A focused, intelligent kind of work called deliberate practice.
Okay, so there are basically 3 rules to this game. 1, you have to stretch your abilities, constantly pushing just a little bit past what's comfortable. 2, you have to seek out immediate and often brutal feedback so you know what's working and what isn't. And 3, and this is the big one, you have to embrace the strain. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. That feeling of mental struggle, that's not you failing. That's the feeling of you getting better.
And this isn't just for office jobs. Listen to this from a legendary Nashville musician. The hard, uncomfortable practice is what makes the final performance look so easy and sound so good. The masters get it.
So here it is, the big idea, the thing to remember. We've got it all backwards. You don't follow your passion into a great career. You build a great career by building career capital, and then passion finds you. Passion isn't the cause, it's the effect. It's the side effect of becoming a master at what you do. And that leaves us with one final question. For you, forget about finding your mythical true calling. Instead, ask yourself this. What's one small, difficult, uncomfortable skill you can practice today to start building your own career capital? What's that first step on the craftsman's path?